Discretion is advised.
Following today, this man will face a judge. He's accused of breaking into apartment complex offices across Charlotte and stealing rent payments.
Eyewitness News reporter Gina Esposito is live outside CMPD headquarters in Uptown. And Gina, this investigation is far from over.
Yeah, detectives here at CMPD say that James Murray would wait until midnight to break into apartment complexes to try to steal dozens of envelopes filled with rent payments. Now, police say that James Murray targeted leasing offices at least 10 apartment complexes all over Charlotte. Detectives say he got away with tens of thousands of dollars from each location. Since apartment complexes never received the payments, detectives say dozens of residents are now having to locate receipts or try to get their money back. Police say they are now working with apartment complexes to change the way they accept rent payments.
Don't even allow your residents to drop the money through the door or through a drop box.
Detectives say that Murray would take those payments in the forms of money orders, checks, and cash in those envelopes to check cashing businesses, some of which he's banned from. So police believe that he may have had help and expect more charges in this case.
A developing story we're following for you. The search is on for this man. Police say he pulled out a gun inside a local Walmart and pointed it right at a security guard.
NBC Charlotte's Xavier Walton is live at the store where it happened. Xavier, this is scary, not just for the employees, but for shoppers too.
That's right, Fred. Absolutely a terrifying situation. Now, the people I spoke to tonight are just thankful they weren't here when it happened, but say police, they need to catch this guy.
Oh my God! From fights to fraud, local Walmarts have become hotspots for criminals. Wednesday, police say around 2:30 in the afternoon, this man flashed his pistol at a security guard when he allegedly stole from the store. Here's a closer look. Police say the suspect used his older dark color Honda as a getaway car. Barbara West, a college student, is a regular shopper at the Belmont Walmart.
Kind of crazy.
Teresa Wilston is too.
Every other day, twice a week. It's just a scary situation.
It really doesn't worry me that much, but it is kind of scary, especially when you have kids with you sometimes.
As of late, the big box store seems to be a magnet for lawbreakers. An NBC Charlotte investigation last fall revealed Walmart stores in the Queen City make up 5 of the top 15 calls for service for CMPD. Still, Walmart shoppers say there's a simple solution.
I think, they really have to beef up with their security.
Now, so far tonight, no extra police presence here at this Walmart. But if you do have any information on who this person may be, you are asked to call the Belmont
New video
police.
just into us here at News 4. Right now, the man you see behind us denied bond, facing a murder charge after a shootout at a strip club.
Greenville County deputies say the victim was in a gang. Here's Randolph Bennett in front of the judge tonight. Deputies say he shot and killed Montrell Coker during that shooting over the weekend.
WYFF News source Corey Davis reports the future of the club where it happened tonight is in limbo.
21 candles, one for each year Montrell Coker was alive. The vigil a few steps from where deputies say Coker was shot and killed Monday shortly after the Super Bowl.
And it could have been avoided.
Deputies say 28-year-old Randolph Bennett shot and killed Coker outside the Symposium Ultra Lounge strip club. The sheriff says both men were shooting at each other. Coker hit multiple times, ended up dying on scene. After that, the sheriff says someone picked up Coker's gun and started shooting at Bennett. That person got away with the gun. Bennett was taken into custody Wednesday morning and charged with murder. The sheriff says the victim was a member of the Bloods gang, and they don't believe Bennett had any ties to gangs.
What helped us in all of this was the video. It literally cleared everything up for us.
They're not releasing the video yet, but the sheriff says it shows many people at the club were carrying weapons that night.
Everybody had guns, but not everybody was firing.
Still, he says a large number of shots were fired. Data shows that deputies have gone out to the club 97 times since it opened 3 years ago. Some incidents are as serious as car theft, while others were just routine patrol. The manager, who didn't want to be identified, says information suggesting the club is unsafe is misleading.
I have armed security out here every day, like they're right here, right now. We also have inside security, so I just don't understand how that's possible.
The sheriff says officials will look into possibly pulling the business license from owners here at the Symposium Ultra Lounge.
Now at 6, the younger brother of an NFL player is behind bars in South Florida after a deadly shooting. The young man once had big football dreams of his own. 7 News reporter Rosh Lowe is live at the high school where he played. Rosh.
And this is such a sad story because it is a story of wasted promise, wasted talent. The suspect in a murder case used to play at this school right here behind me, American Senior High School. And now he is sitting in jail and today facing a judge.
Based on what I have before me, there is probable cause for the second-degree murder charge.
When you look at 18-year-old Antoine Webster, you see someone who had a bright future that has been shattered. He was a talented football player, was highly recruited by numerous colleges. He was a 3-star recruit for the University of Massachusetts. In fact, in February of 2016, 1 year ago, he signed a letter of intent to play at UMass but never enrolled. Now he's charged with second-degree murder.
The victim is riding his bicycle, and then he has some words with your client, and then your client shot him and fled.
The judge reading the accusations. It was mid-January in the area of Northwest 77th Terrace and 13th Court. Webster accused in the shooting death of 23-year-old Gerald Griffin. Miami-Dade police had put out a wanted flyer before Webster turned himself in.
Everybody was talking about it yesterday.
What were they saying?
That it's crazy how, like, teachers, like, that was my student.
His classmates at American Senior High School, where Webster went to school, stunned. And so are his former teammates.
He was pretty good. He was one of the best in the school.
It's no bond.
Webster's attorney argued in court that the case is built on eyewitnesses that he hasn't been able to question.
It sounds like the warrant is missing a lot of information. There's nothing to corroborate anything, and it's really early in the investigation.
Webster will now have to travel the legal highway. He had so much in front of him, a football career. His brother plays football for the Denver Broncos. But right now, Webster remains behind bars, fighting for his freedom. And you heard there from the judge, no bond. As for UMass, we did reach out to the coach of the football team. We did not get a response back.
Closely at these images, surveillance videos capture what police records show happens daily at Family Dollar and Dollar General stores all across Memphis. Clerks robbed, customers attacked, alarms sounded.
Memphis police race to these stores more than a dozen times a day, more than 6,000 times in the past 16 months. Tonight, the WMC Action News 5 investigators show you which stores attract the most crime as employees and city leaders demand more protection. Ian Silver reports.
He said something like, "Don't move" or something, and he had the gun like by his side.
Ashley Oglesby was working behind the register at a Family Dollar on East Shelby Drive. A surveillance camera captured these images as an armed man forced Oglesby's manager to empty one of the registers before he moved toward Oglesby's register, pushing customers out of the way.
He said something to them like, "Don't move or I'm gonna hurt you."
The WMC Action News 5 investigators combed through thousands of pages of police records detailing crimes at 110 Family Dollar and Dollar General stores in Memphis. Between January 1st, 2015 and April 25th, 2016, the day we requested the records, Memphis police recorded 6,627 incidents at those stores. The calls ranged from disturbance, theft, and suspicious people to fights, burglaries, and armed persons. Extreme cases included shots fired and armed robbery, like the one Oglesby dealt with.
It could have been worse because actually I believe that at another Family Dollar, a woman was robbed and she was actually shot.
Actually, shootings at these stores are not uncommon. July 27th, 2015, a man was shot at a Family Dollar on Mill Branch. February 6th of this year, an armed robber went into a Family Dollar on Getwell, pointed a gun at the cashier and told him, quote, "Open the register, and on my mommy, if you don't open the register, I'm going to shoot you." When the cashier told him he couldn't open the register, the robber shot the clerk in both thighs and under his right armpit. This was the scene on January 8th of this year at a Dollar General on Raleigh-LaGrange. The mother of a customer who was inside the store asked us not to show her face when she told us what happened.
And just as she's turned to go out the door, 3 guys coming out with guns, and she said she folded, and they told her to give her her purse.
Surveillance video shows the men, their faces covered with bandanas, guns in hand. They fired multiple shots as customers ran to escape out the back door.
I wasn't really scared because I'm used to it.
but everyone else was.
Barry Jeffries was stocking shelves in the back of the store that night. He says the company trains employees on what to do during a robbery.
Follow the rules and guidelines they were saying, give them the money and be prepared for whatever happens next.
Police records show the Family Dollar location at 1427 North Hollywood Street recorded the most incidents, 310 calls to police over 16 months. That's about every day and a half. The Dollar General at 3129 Thomas Street recorded 289 incidents. Of the 110 Family Dollar and Dollar General stores, police responded to 18 locations more than 105 times. Executive Director of Crime Stoppers, Buddy Chapman.
But I don't think it's as much the name of the establishment as it is the location of the establishment. They're very vulnerable just by virtue of where they are.
Chapman says the stores attract crime because they sell cheap products and are primarily located in low-income, high-crime areas.
Security is expensive. What you're going to find is that they do have security, and they do have as much security as they feel like they maybe not that they need, but they can't afford.
But Memphis City Councilwoman Patrice Robinson says she can't accept that. While these stores and the subsequent crime are spread throughout town, the 38118 zip code is one of the busiest for dollar store incidents. 38118 happens to lie within Robinson's council district.
Really, that's a very serious problem.
She says when MPD officers are having to respond to these stores an average of 14 times per day, it almost seems like Family Dollar and Dollar General are relying on police to be their security.
But we can't afford to do that. That is not our responsibility. I know they were trying to keep their prices low, and that helps us in the community. However, they need to have their own security.
To be fair, Robinson says Family Dollar and Dollar General do provide hundreds of jobs here and are good for our local economy.
But it's not the responsibility of the city of Memphis to make sure that their stores are safe every day. They should have some skin in the game.
A spokesperson for Family Dollar told the investigators, quote, "Please know that the safety and security of our customers and associates is our first priority. Our goal is to operate stores in neighborhoods and communities that are in close proximity to where our customers live and work. When violence in the communities and neighborhoods we serve occurs, it affects everyone, including our stores," end quote. Family Dollar told us security guards and other increased security measures are placed on a case-by-case basis. Both current and former employees say case-by-case isn't good enough.
And there's a button next to the register, and we pushed it. But out of all days in the world, that button did not work.
If you have a security guard, people would think twice before they even think, if you're a robber, nah, they got security, he armed, look out. Things like that. They wouldn't just run up in there and be like, oh.
We asked Memphis police for information on how many man-hours are tied up responding to these incidents. A spokesperson, though, told us that information is not available. Dollar General, though, sent us a written statement that reads in part, quote, "The safety of our employees and customers is a top priority, and we employ a number of safety and security procedures to prevent, deter, and, if necessary, respond to criminal activity in our stores. To protect the integrity of these measures, we do not comment on them specifically." And we've created an interactive map on our website that shows the 20 locations with the most incidents recorded. And to see if any of those locations are in your neighborhood, just find this story on WMCActionNews5.com.